People ask me all the time for spiritual book recs, and this is in no way, shape, or form a complete list, but here are some of the books that changed my life. Now, if I had to pick from these four, which ones were my favorite, I don't know if I could pick because they're all so good. But of course, starting first with Becoming Supernatural. This is a life changer, guys. You have to read this book by Dr. Joe Dispenza, of course. He also has a phenomenal YouTube and he has a show on Gaia. But this is a life changer. All of his work is phenomenal. I have listened to the audiobook. I have read the hard copy several times. Life changer, guys. Definitely read this one. Now, The Kabbalion by the Three Initiates is a overview of Hermetic philosophy and the 7 Hermetic principles. You have to read this to get a big understanding of spirituality and spiritual practices, etc., etc. Life changer as well. It's done in a little bit older of a language format, so it's not terrible to digest, but you just have to read it a little bit slower. There's also a free audiobook on YouTube. Now, I've talked about this book before, but this is a prerequisite, in my opinion, to any spiritual practice. The Four Agreements by Ron Miguel Ruiz, and all of his books are amazing, but this is definitely a must read before you kind of get into deeper spiritual topics. And another life changer, The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. I have the first and the second copy, and these are life-changing books. Definitely 100% recommend. I've read them several times. We have Stillness Speaks by Eckhart Tolle. He's a phenomenal author. He also wrote The Power of Now, which is a wonderful book. I just like this one because it's a little bit shorter and sweeter and you can get through it a lot faster, but the information is still just as powerful. But anything by Eckhart Tolle is wonderful. And same with Deepak Chopra. Anything by Deepak Chopra is going to be phenomenal in spirituality. But this is the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. This is a beautiful little tiny book that you can get through very quickly in one sitting, and it has a lot of information in it. We have How to Understand Your Bible by Manly P. Hall. He also wrote The Secret Teachings of All Ages. He is a phenomenal author, and all of his books are amazing. This one was definitely a life changer on how you view the Bible. Coming from a strict religious background and upbringing, it is refreshing to finally read some literature that looks at the Bible the way it's supposed to be looked at. Now we have Psychic Witch by Matt Aron, and this isn't necessarily a witchcraft book, so to speak, but this is the best psychic development book I have ever found. Look at all the bookmarks I have in it. But this is for psychic development 101. Like the techniques in here are beautiful. If you're not into witchcraft or paganism, etc., etc., it doesn't matter because this is a beautiful psychic development book. Another intuition building or psychic development book is Spirited by Rebecca Rosen. Wonderful little book. And lastly, we have a tarot book here, The 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack, and this is a life changer. It looks at the tarot in a whole new light, and instead of just reading the cards from, bottom to top, she looks at it. Actually, her way of reading the cards is slightly different, and she usually reads in the opposite direction of what normal readers will read cards at, but realistically, you can read the tarot whichever direction you want or whichever direction you're intuitively called to. But she links different cards in the major arcana and the minor arcana in a unique way, and it's just beautifully written and a wonderful book for tarot studiers. But like I said, guys, this was in no way, shape, or form a total list on books, but these are some to get you started for spirituality and spiritual development. These are some of my favorites. I also have some that I do not have hard copies of that I listened to the audiobook or I had on my Kindle. So I will probably link some of those down in the description box below, but yeah, definitely check these ones out. For personal astrology and tarot readings, you can click the link in my bio to book or email me with any questions. I love you.